Let me tell you a story about a man named Bob. Bob decided to take a trip around the world. He packed his bags, booked his flights, and was ready to embark on his voyage. But on his first pit stop, he realized he had packed everything except his passport. Can you imagine? A world tour with no passport. So before we explore the concept of journeys, let's spare a chuckle for Bob and remind ourselves that some trips just don't go as planned. Now, have you ever stopped to ponder on the significance of not the destination, but the journey itself? It's a concept that's intertwined with our lives. We're all on a journey, whether we realize it or not. Sometimes we encounter funny things along the way, like a person who's all set for his grand adventure. He took the first step of his journey with all the enthusiasm in the world, but guess what? He forgot to tie his shoelaces. You can imagine how that ended. Always check your shoelaces before you embark on a journey. It's not just a physical voyage from point A to point B, but a metaphorical one that encompasses our personal growth and development. The journey shapes us, molds us, and forms our character. It's a process, an evolution, a series of events that unfold as we navigate through the stages of our lives. It's not so much about where we're going, but how we get there. It's about the experiences we encounter, the people we meet, and the lessons we learn the way. The significance of the journey lies not in the beginning or the end, but in the middle, the mid-journey. This is where the magic happens. This is where the challenges arise, where we're tested and pushed to our limits. It's where we discover our strengths and weaknesses, where we find out what we're truly made of. The mid-journey might be riddled with obstacles and hardships, but it's also filled with opportunities and learning experiences. It's a time of growth, a time of self-discovery. It's where we learn to adapt, to persevere, to overcome. It's where we learn the value of patience, resilience, and determination. Each mid-journey is unique, a reflection of our individual paths and experiences. But no matter how different our journeys may be, they all a common thread. They shape us, mold us, transform us. They make us who we are. So next time you find yourself in the midst of a journey, remember significance of the mid-journey, and don't forget to tie your shoelaces. Embrace the challenges, embrace the lessons. Don't rush to reach your destination. Take a moment to appreciate the journey, to appreciate the growth. Every journey starts with a single step, but the real essence lies in the steps taken during the mid-journey, and maybe a quick check of those shoelaces. Let me share with you an enchanting saga of a man and the midpoint of his journey. Our key player John embarks on an adventure, not just a mundane movement from point A to point B, but a voyage characterized by self-realization, a quest of personal evolution. In the beginning, John was all enthusiastic, fully charged, ready to take on the world. But as he delved deeper into his expedition, he was introduced to the inevitable challenges and hurdles of the middle journey. The journey became increasingly demanding, the weather turned unfavorable, and the initial adrenaline rush began to diminish. Here's a humorous incident that happened during John's journey. In his initial excitement, John had packed everything from a handy Swiss knife to a portable hammock. But you know what he forgot? His map? Yes, you heard that right. He was so engrossed in his preparations that he overlooked the most important tool, the map. Imagine his expression when he realized his mistake in the of nowhere. It was a blend of panic, frustration, and a dash of comic irony. What was supposed to be an adventure began to feel like a battle. The middle part of his journey turning out to be quite different from what he had envisioned. Mid-journeys, they are indeed the crucibles where the real change takes place. Journey is easy, ending one is satisfying, but the real sweat and hard work, the real change happens in the middle. John's mid-journey followed the same path. He had two options in front of him: to surrender and return, or to persist, learn, and adapt. John chose the latter. Even without a map, he managed to find his way. He adapted to the storm and steep paths and found within him a strength he didn't know he possessed. The wisdom and insights he gained from his mapless journey were transformative. He realized that the journey isn't about reaching the destination alone, it's about the evolution during the voyage. It's about resilience, strength, and wisdom from facing and overcoming challenges. It's all about who you become in the process. Therefore, his was not just about reaching the destination, but about his personal transformation. John had changed, and he owed it all to his comically forgetful, mapless middle journey. So remember, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. And more importantly, it's about who we become during that journey. What did our protagonist learn from his mid-journey? Let's delve into it. Our protagonist, much like us, embarked on his journey with a sense of optimism, a dash of excitement, and a sprinkle of apprehension. As he navigated the path, he encountered numerous challenges, each one testing his mettle, pushing his limits, and compelling him to adapt. From these trials, he gleaned invaluable lessons that transformed him and his journey. Firstly, he discovered the power of resilience. When the road got rocky, it was his resilience that kept him moving forward. Him to endure the lows, savor the highs, and keep his eyes on the prize. Resilience, he learned, was not just about weathering the storm, but also about dancing in the rain. Secondly, he learned the importance of adaptability. Life, he found, was unpredictable, and the journey was no different. He had to learn to modify his plans, adjust his strategies, and embrace change. Adaptability, he understood, was the key to navigating life's uncertain waters. Next, there was a funny episode where he learned the value of humor. He had been so focused on his journey that he forgot to take a break. The result? He tripped over a squirrel who seemed to be laughing at his blunder. That little incident taught him that sometimes you need to lighten up, take a break, and even laugh at your own mistakes. Humor, he realized, could be a great stress reliever and could make the journey more enjoyable. Then there was another funny episode where he learned the significance of patience. John had to wait for an eternity for a snail to leisurely cross his path. Waiting for that snail to move taught him that the journey was long and progress was often slow. But with patience, he learned to appreciate the understanding that every step, no matter how small, was a step forward. Patience, he saw, was not merely about waiting. It was about maintaining a positive attitude while waiting. Lastly, he learned the value of self-belief. There were many times when he doubted himself, when he questioned his abilities. But it was his belief in himself that helped him overcome these doubts, that propelled him to keep going. Self-belief, he found, was the fuel that kept his journey alive. These lessons, while learned in the midst of his journey, are universally applicable. They remind us to be resilient in the face of adversity, adaptable in times of change, patient in the pursuit of our goals, and to always believe in our potential. The Midjourney, laden with challenges, humor, and experiences, is a goldmine of lessons just waiting to be unearthed. How can you appreciate your Midjourney and harness its lessons? That's the question we're plunging into right now. The Midjourney, that enchanting yet testing period where the initial thrill may have waned, but the finish line is not yet visible. It's a time of growth, discovery, and often copious learning. So how can you maximize this phase? Firstly, it's essential to remain in the moment. It's easy to become engrossed in what lies ahead. Hold on. The adventure is ongoing. Every moment is an opportunity to learn, to develop, to experience something fresh. So take a hearty breath, glance around, and participate in the journey as it unfurls. Now I want you to imagine yourself stuck in traffic, but instead of getting frustrated, you crank up your favorite song and sing at the top of your lungs. That's right, embrace the journey, even the roadblocks. Here's a fun tip. Consider the Midjourney as an all-you-can-eat buffet. You can choose what you want, try new dishes, and even go back for seconds. Just remember, don't fill up on bread, you're here for the main course. Next, don't recoil from challenges. They're not obstacles, they're stepping stones. Each problem you encounter is a chance to learn, to grow, to become more formidable. So, when you confront a challenge, don't turn back. Confront it, and remember, your capability exceeds your estimation. Thirdly, search for new experiences. The Midjourney is a time of exploration, a moment to experiment with new things and see what resonates with you. Maybe it's a fresh approach, a new skill, a different outlook. Whatever it is, welcome it. You never know where it might lead. And lastly, don't forget to celebrate your progress. It's easy to concentrate on the distance left, but don't neglect to acknowledge the ground you've covered. Every step forward, no matter, is a win. So take a moment, glance, and cheer your accomplishments. Embracing your Midjourney isn't always a breeze, but it's rewarding. It's a time of growth, of discovery, of metamorphosis into the person you're destined to be. So lean into it, embrace the challenges, hunt for new experiences, celebrate your progress, above all, stay in the moment. Remember, the Midjourney is not a roadblock, it's a growth opportunity. So seize it, welcome it, and relish the journey. The journey, particularly that middle stretch, holds immense value in our lives. It's a juncture where the real growth happens, where the seeds of transformation are sown and nurtured. Today we've traversed this territory, where the protagonist learns, adapts, and evolves. The saga of a Midjourney is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. It's a narrative of embracing the unknown, of learning from the unexpected, and of growing stronger with each step forward. Remember, every journey, whether mundane or extraordinary, carries within it the potential for transformation. The Midjourney, with all its trials and tribulations, is not just a phase to be endured, but a stage to be cherished. It's where magic happens, where we uncover our true selves, and where we learn to navigate life's turbulent seas. So next time you find yourself smack in the middle of a journey, remember the lessons of the protagonist. Embrace it, learn from it, and grow from it. And hey, even journey is just a brave expedition to the grocery store. Always be prepared for a comedic mishap. You never know when a rogue banana peel might catapult you into your next big adventure. Speaking of adventures, let me share a quick funny wrap-up story. A friend of mine set off on a seemingly uneventful journey to their local hardware store. However, the trip soon took a hilarious turn when they ended up impulsively purchasing a garden gnome that looked suspiciously like their ornery neighbor. It was a journey that was supposed to be about buying a drill but turned into a comical saga of an unexpected gnome napping. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Your time and attention are greatly appreciated. Let's continue exploring life's wonderful twists and turns together. But wait, before we go any further, there's a small favor I need to ask. Now, if you don't hit that subscribe button, there's a chance you'll miss my next uproarious adventure. Can you bear the thought of not being there when John has a fender bender with a llama, or when I try my hand wrestling? I wouldn't wish such a fate on anyone. That's a one-way ticket to FOMOville, fear of missing out. So to avoid this potentially catastrophic event, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ding that notification bell like it's your job. Consider it your daily dose of laughter insurance.